Hello, this is Pat Tucci. Welcome to Haunted Youngstown Episode 2. We're zeroing in on the guard shack at Republic Rubber that was founded and opened somewhere around 1902. It was one of the biggest providers of tires, hoses, and automotive and aerospace equipment. The company reached its peak with employees of 2,500 people having a yearly payroll of $5 million. They produced pneumatic solid tires for the automobile industry as well as rubber belts, hoses, and so on and so forth. Its best year was $10 million. This company was put together by the elite rich of the Youngstown area. The company expanded its property and built new tire plants in 1910, storage building in 1914, and even an employee clubhouse in 1915. The company prospered for a long time. Then it was sold out and purchased by an Aeroquick company in 1963. It ran its best days that it could until 1989, where foreign imports put it out of business. Here are some of the guards from the 40s and 50s that took over and watched over the whole plant while it was open. As I started to park the car and walk back, I decided to take a look at some of the other things around here at the Republic Rubber plant. I was here 4 years ago with some relatives who were very interested in historical things around Youngstown. There was a total of 8 buildings built as the plant grew bigger and bigger. When it did close down in 1989, there was somewhere around 400 people that were laid off, and that was the end of it. Nobody can do anything about this situation right now because the building owners are all dead. This is a very dangerous place. I felt a creepy, eerie frequency throughout the whole place, and when I was done walking through the whole, all the buildings that I can get to, I figured there was been at least 27 deaths in here and at least 100 accidents. When you got 2,500 people working here at its peak, you can have a lot of stuff going on. I also figured out that a lot of the situation here was due to greed from the owners and how much money they can make and this and that. And it was just a shame. I had spirits reaching out to me everywhere trying to get me to engage with them. I was very disturbed. I'm going to go back to part of the live feed now. But the important part is that there's a lot of memories here. And if you look at the upper floors and the upper structures and everything in here, there is a lot to be looked at. It's very, very kind of creepy. Now you see that center opening up in the roof there. That was actually a skylight. You can still see some of the lights up there. But over there on the far end, let me make my way over there just for the heck of it. There's still remnants of the washroom. There's another part of the plant which has already caved in. The roofing and so on and so forth. And this part here was the shower room. This was the shower room right here. You can still see the latches on the wall. And this was the washroom. I'm staying away from anything. You still see the wash tubs in here. And stuff like that, and it's extremely dangerous in here. I don't recommend anybody coming in here. I kind of can feel where the dangerous part is. Look how old the switches are. They're the old button switches, which tells you exactly how old this plant was. The heater, of course, the heater up that I'm showing you was ran by steam heat. Maybe from downtown, maybe not. Maybe they had their own steam generators here. I think they did. But there is a lot of pain in here. I feel a lot of pain and a lot of loss of life. Permanent injuries. There's still spirits walking around here trying to go to work because they did not go into the light, and they just go through the motions of going into work. Part of the parts here that was storage. This was a parts tool container, cool containment system where you had to check in.
Get out. Get out. All the powers of the out. Heaven and hell, I command you to get out of here. Get out of here. I'm calling on all the darkness to get you out of here. Get out of here, oh chosen
I came from. And then that's where we came in through there, you know, pan across where I'm going through right now. Now you have to remember, this plant has been abandoned for many years. And as I walk through there, you can see that big building. There's still a giant smokestack over there. This was also part of the finishing plant, or the steam plant. That's right, this was the steam plant that controlled most of the pneumatic steam-powered equipment in here. You can see the steam pipes running across into that building, which is a two-story building, except there's no way I would go on to that second story. So I'm going to take a little walk down here, and I'll be right back.
I was walking around the plant some more, heading toward other buildings, and I found I thought it was a drain, but here it was a labyrinth of tunnels all over the place. I can hear all these different EVPs coming at me. Whoever was out here before who didn't pick up any EVPs, they just didn't want you to hear them. Your EMF meters and your recorders are only so good in situations like this, but as a natural-born demigod and spiritualist, I am able to pick up every little sound here. It was very vast, and many buildings were torn down, and many tunnels had been caved in. It was just simply a terrible, terrible situation here where many people suffered on and on and on. As we continued to walk over this area, we found more labyrinths of tunnels. That's my sister-in-law, Sherry Bartow, who's a spiritualist too, among a very good artist and inventor, and just great with doing a bunch of different things. We see all these tunnels, and I could feel this energy messing with my camera. I could feel it go through me, and I heard many EVPs. There was more tunnels here. Some were filled in. This is where men actually worked underground in vast rooms with all kinds of different piping and stuff. There you see a glitch in the camera there. There's more energy glitches that were going through my body and through the camera. I felt an evil presence following us, and I commanded him to appear, and he kind of just laughed at me, and then I made him appear. But he doesn't appear yet. But as we walked over, there's more interference. We walked over to more labyrinths of tunnels, and these were work areas underground where piping was, and so on and so forth. And it became truly a nightmare walking around here and feeling safe. As you see the camera black out, it'll fuzz out every now and then. I didn't even know this was happening until I edited it, and there it showed itself right there. This glob that would just fade in and out. I was trying to communicate with it, but it wasn't answering me, and I realized that this was truly an evil presence. It kept changing shapes. I asked it to appear in its natural form. It would not.
We had to go
And that was
through some half-ass maze to get into this part. This is actually the heavy manufacturing part right here. I've been in here before, a couple of years ago. It looks like nobody has changed anything in this building. For one thing, everything in it is tremendously heavy. Tremendously heavy. And I don't know what we're going to do in this building either, because holy cow. Yeah, I was in here before, but I'm not going to go down there this time. Look at this. This is what heavy equipment. This is where chemicals were mixed. That was a blast furnace. And this is what it looks like.
Oh, look at that.
It's
That was a
very
blast
cool.
furnace, wasn't it?
Yeah. In fact, I got over there last time somehow, and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. People came in and went around and came in down that way. But all we're going to see is these chutes and that.
Look how cool that is.
And these were some of the big tools that they did a molding process with or something. But there's a lot of injuries here. I feel a lot of spirits. They're talking to me, and I don't have no answers for them. And in there you could see inside that furnace, which was all made with the fire brick and so on. So now I'm going to walk my way over here and see if I could find anything else. It's really cool.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Another network of tunnels. Oh my, look at this. This is all tunnels over here. A lot of these tunnels are still open on parts. I would not want to be in them. And then I'm over here
What do you
on this side of the furnace,
get out of my way?
and you can see these networks
Got you now,
of
you son of
things.
a
The equipment, big equipment was here,
bitch. Come face me.
and you can see this was some kind of furnace of some sort that materials were mixed in, and then product was made. And then I see this part, which is just crazy looking part of the building. See if we can get a picture in here. There you go. You can see what's going on in that furnace. Unbelievably, it's still pretty much together. And that's the crazy part. You can see there's various floors in here. Very dangerous, extremely dangerous. See if I can make my...
Now things were getting out of hand with these spirits. I was getting really upset looking at everything over here. Again, I had to I had to redub over this because of all the interference from all the entities screaming at me on a regular basis. These are poor souls who were trapped here, who nobody ever came to ever even rescue. Some of them came back, and the only thing they knew was going to work. It's the only thing they ever experienced. I'm going to have to make the light on this eventually before I leave, but I'll tell you one thing. This place will never be clean. It's full of poison, PCBs. It's not just all about making with natural rubber. They also use synthetic rubber back in 1910. That's when they started using mixing synthetic rubber with real rubber, and the synthetic rubber was just highly dangerous. It put out these fumes, how it was made, that were supposedly cancer-causing agents, and God knows what other types of god-awful diseases that came by out of these chemicals. But many people here died horrible deaths even after they retired. Some made it through fine, but the majority of them, they just ended up with some type of ailment. Let's continue now.
And what I see here is a wide open area. And the cool part about this is that many spirits still roam this area, and most of them have not, and I repeat, have not gone into the white light. Usually the same old business, unfinished business on earth, and so on. Now, part of this building has fallen in, but is this cool or what? Oh my goodness. And there's 3 other buildings connected to it that really don't show a way of getting into them. I could see the all concrete construction, which means that this was made, concrete construction of this way was made in the 1900s. Made in the 1900s. And here's a good barrel. Somebody probably need to get rid of it. A lot of dumping of tires in here. A lot of graffiti. A lot of people tried to break this place up. They tried to bust in it and break things. But you know what? You can't mess with concrete. You ain't going to break it. Somebody had some silly string in here. This is one of 3 buildings. And there was the other area we tried to go into. Yes, I hear you. Go ahead, Harold.
My wife. I'm looking for my wife.
I don't know where your wife is.
Please get me out of here. I'm suffering.
Get you out of here. Help you.
Do what
I
you
don't
could.
think I could. I don't think I could. I might be able to, but I don't think I could. Let me see what happens here. To all the spirits around here, I may be able to make the white light.
Well, it was at this time that I decided that I really needed to make the white light. There was hundreds of spirits roaming about here. Some were in pain, some weren't. Most of them were in agony. They just wanted to get out of here as much as they possibly could because of the situation at hand here, that they were just, some died horrible deaths, and they felt that they had unfinished business on earth. You only go into the light if you're worthy of it. Other times you're worthy of it and you don't go into it. There's three reasons why people don't go into the white light, and one is they're scared or they don't even know they're dead. Two, it's just they think they're going to go to hell. And three, they have unfinished business. So I'm going to make the light for 10 seconds, starting shortly. Well, there you heard it, most of it. Um, I heard some growling. I've been hearing growling from different entities about there. When I brought up the white light, that was obviously a demon entity, and it truly was. It truly was really hard to let go of the light once he made his presence there, and so it lasted more than 10 seconds. But I will give you this much: it was pretty scary at times. I mean, I wasn't scared, but I was dumbfounded by the amount of negative entities in this place. And furthermore, whoever has been here before with their EVPs and their cameras and crawling around under tunnels, I guarantee you, I mean, no doubt about it, I guarantee you they brought something home with them. Because this place is extremely haunted. There's hundreds of ghosts, uh, energy vampires, negative entities, and demons that roam this place constantly because of the traffic that goes in here. Drug traffic, drug addicts, dope deals, guns, all kinds of stuff. It just makes me sick. And the people that worked here were innocent people trying to make a living. That the rich consortium that built this plant took advantage of them, and they knew about the dangers. They knew about the chemicals and the dangers involved with it, and how hazardous the work was. And people at Oak Hill Cemetery with their tours and that celebrate our founding fathers, well, they really don't know what they're talking about. Because if I gave a tour at Oak Hill Cemetery, it would be completely different than what they say. You have to please excuse my rambling on about how dangerous and haunted this place really is. Again, it's not only the people that lived here and worked here and died here, it's the people that visit this place that makes it so bad. Uh, a lot of drug addicts, heroin addicts, and just some pretty evil people that have negative attachments that they bring with them, and a lot of these people stay here when they are here. I would just like to say that I don't understand why there's no signs up about the dangerous chemicals that were here. I don't understand why there's no trespassing signs up or anything. The whole thing disgusts me. All the poison along in this tower and the chemicals that went up the, the giant chimney here is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. It is extremely even dangerous to breathe the air in here, and a lot of people hang out in here and light fires and chat and drink or whatever. It's just not safe.
talk over this. I'm just going to go up that ramp and take a look in there.
What ramp?
Right there. That's very dangerous over there, but I'm just going to peek in.
Alright. Look,
Somebody tried to burn this place several times, but to no avail. There's spirits here that try to protect this place because this is all they knew. This is another room. You can see half of it's missing, where it was strictly manufacturing. I could tell there was exhaust fans and windows in here, lights. There was a second floor too that is just unapproachable. And the thing about this building, it lasted so long because of the way it was built. Heavy concrete, iron, steel, everything. It just kept going and going and going.
Well, there you have it. The end of episode 2. I did notice the whole time I was there. There was a strange frequency going about through the air. The smell of death and destruction. This is indeed a portal to the evil out there. For those of you that don't believe me or believe in me, that's fine. But there is a true evil about this place. And surely there should be some no trespassing signs up, or danger, or they should just clean the whole place up. So, I'll see you on the next one, and stay safe out there.